What is the unspoken truth between you and your special person? That's what you're going to find out in today's Pick a Card Love Reading. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I am Dr. V. It is so wonderful to have you here. I wanted to send a big virtual hug to all of the new subscribers, as well as to everyone who's already part of this beautiful family. Thank you, and you know how much I treasure you. So before we get into your reading today, I want to remind you to go ahead and go to my website, livetarot.com, and download the free ebook that I have written for you based on my over 8 years as a tarot guide as well as a relationship coach. I've worked with over 850 clients worldwide. And so I wrote this book. It's simple, it's short, and it gets you clarity on this connection. So it's going to support this journey for you, and it's absolutely free. So it's linked in the box below. All right, so as always, I have 3 ways for you to pick your group today, and actually many ways within that too. So you can pick from number 1, number 2, number 3. Today is pick a deck. So we have 3 different decks. I'm also going to be showing you the crystals that go with each deck. And then we are going to be assigning zodiac signs to each group as well. Some people like to combine their zodiac sign with their person's and then combine those readings and take those messages. So there is no right or wrong answer. Be gentle with yourself. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But if you're at that place where you really need specific clarity, you want to know what's going on between you and your person, I highly recommend that you do the live reading experience with me or the video recorded private reading with me. This is where you and I can get together on video call and go deep into your connection and get you clarity and get you answers as they come up right there in real time. I love connecting with you in person that way. Or I can also do a very in-depth pre-recorded video reading for you as well. So you have options. If you go to livetarot.com/readings, you can see my entire menu right there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath and see which of these we feel most guided towards. So for group number 1, we have this deck and crystal. For group number 2, we have this deck and this crystal right here. For group number 3, we have this deck and this crystal right here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get zodiac signs. Okay, for group number 1, we have Cancer, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Aries. For group number 2, we have Libra, Virgo, Pisces, and Leo. And for group number 3, we have Gemini, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus. Okay, go ahead and make your choice, and we'll get started right here with group number 1. My beautiful group 1 that chose this crystal, this deck right here, and Cancer, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Aries. Let's see, what is the unspoken truth between you and your special person? So we're going to start with oracle cards. And then we're going to do your tarot. And, oh, stay with me till the end, because today I want you to think about what is your most urgent question about this connection, and you're going to get an answer from Spirit. So today is Ask Spirit Day. Flame tree, the start of something new. Balance. Commitment, marriage, promises, and fidelity. Originality, blaze your own trail. Okay. So I am getting a couple of different energies here. Take it as it resonates. Some of you, there is a third party situation. For others of you, it's the relationship is coming towards a commitment. And for some of you, it's both, where one or both of you has to decide, where does your commitment lie? Where is your true promise? Where is your true fidelity? Is it to each other? Is it to other people? Is it to other situations? It can, and to me, this fidelity and promises can also, and commitment can also be outside of marriage. It can be to family. It can be to location, geography, like the life that you've built in a particular place. So there's something very big here about the truth between the two of you is about some form of commitment. Okay, what does this commitment look like? Who has made promises here? To what? What is it that one or both of you are deciding to be loyal to? Where does your real loyalty lie? Okay, so I feel like this person and you are in the process of trying to decide that. Okay, and the greatest truth between the two of you has definitely been about, is this the start of something truly new? Do you or them or both of you have the courage to start this? Because look at this, it is a flame in a tree. So there is something that is volatile here. You know, it is alive, it is passionate, it is fresh, it is full of energy. There's passion. Okay, when I see this flame, it's very much like that fiery wands energy of passion. This is not a connection that is based on, you know, boredom, routine, familiarity. There is a passion in this. There's a volatility in this. There's a friction in this connection. So I feel like part of what is going on here in terms of the truth between the two of you is that you know that you have a very passionate relationship. You know that you have a very volatile connection at times. Both of you could be very passionate people. Your person may be a fire sign. You may be a fire sign. Doesn't have to be, but there is definite fire energy that needs to come into balance. Okay, so that's also part of the truth between the two of you. You both know that in order to move forward into a commitment that is safe and secure, you may have to learn how to balance that friction, how to balance that passionate energy between the two of you. Because sometimes it leads to turbulence, it leads to conflict, it leads to arguments, it leads to ego battles. Both of you could have strong opinions, strong personalities, okay? And that is why I feel like this commitment is the truth. What are you going to commit to? And for those of you who may have a third party situation, well, even more. What is the true commitment? Where is the true loyalty? Who's going to be loyal to what? To whom? And I feel like both of you are navigating this. It is something very unique in your experience. Neither of you have experienced something this deep, this passionate, this real. There's something very real about this connection. There's something that is very difficult to let go of, even if you both feel that you should. There's something original, and I feel like your person also feels that you are very unique. You have a very unique place in this person's life. I don't think they've ever met anybody like you. Okay, so all the more reason why there's a lot of this like turbulence, lack of balance, you know, this sense of like this moving hurricane, you know, it's like that kind of feeling, like when is it going to settle? When are we going to figure out what this actually is? And it's interesting because I feel like in both of these, there's like, to me, there's like this kind of like stormy hurricane kind of, you know, energy, that something is always swirling, something is always brewing. But a decision has to be made. What else is going on in the unspoken truth between you and this person? What else is the unspoken truth between you? One flipped over. Three of Wands. King of Wands, see, more of that passionate, fiery energy. Five of Swords. 10 of Wands. Yeah, remember I said there's an ego issues coming up. Page of Wands. Okay, so look at this. We have a confirmation here, a lot of fire energy. Okay, everything is fire here except for the central energy of Five of Swords. Isn't that interesting? This is all fire energy. Okay, flame tree, interesting. Look at the connection. So yes, this is a very intense, passionate relationship. There's a lot of love. Okay, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of connection here, but it also brings with it clashing egos, clashing personalities, clashing opinions. Okay, the Five of Swords coming through here as the central energy. That's difficult. Okay, that's definitely difficult. So I feel like that's the truth between you that both of you are going to have to come to terms with. You're going to have to figure out, how do we deal with these clashes? How do we deal with these disagreements or misunderstandings or just conflicts that can become very, very destabilizing? There's a sense of like, that's why we're getting the balance energy. There's a sense of, there's an energy here where the connection is strong, but the day-to-day struggle is becoming a lot, and it makes both of you feel very unbalanced. And then that's what leads to that 10 of Wands, where it feels like a burden. Not that your love is a burden or the relationship is a burden, but the constant handling of issues and conflict starts to weigh on both of you. And maybe both of you have not wanted to admit that to each other, that you feel this emotional weight, because you don't want to lose the relationship, right? You don't want to, if you admit that, hey, this is starting to feel really heavy to me, it's starting to weigh me down, it's starting to exhaust me. I feel like there's definitely an emotional exhaustion that is going on between both of you. So it's like you don't want to admit that emotional exhaustion. You've been trying to wait it out, Three of Wands. You've been trying to just let it be, let it take its course, try not to rock the boat. Both of you have been trying to delay, you know, like, just let's not talk about the elephant in the room. If we delay this conversation, or we've already had too many conversations that go nowhere, so now let's put it on hold. There's just this sense of things are heavy. They've already gotten very difficult. We don't want something to snap. We don't want something to end. So I think both of you are very much trying to save this relationship. I feel like there is a very strong masculine, passionate energy here around a masculine presence, a masculine energy around, what is the role of the masculine here? There's a lot of equally passionate energy. And then there's a sense that when things get communicated, they get communicated sometimes in a more immature, highly passionate sort of way. And that also is adding to the burden of the Ten of Wands, right? That if we cannot handle our passion and our emotions in a more mature way, how do we work this out? How do we communicate in a way that doesn't destroy us? Page of Wands, I believe, is asking that question. Can we communicate better? Can we save this? Because I feel like neither of you right now wishes to approach the issue of permanent separation. Even if things are hard right now between the two of you, even if you guys are in minimal to less contact, I don't think either one of you wishes to approach a permanent separation or permanent no contact. I don't think you guys are ready for that. That Three of Wands says that there's a waiting period here. Okay, so we're going to get 4 more cards on the truth. What is the unspoken truth? And then you can ask your question to Spirit. No. Stuck. Fresh start. Fear. See? So this is why I told you there is a fear around saying no in this situation. Okay? There's a fear around giving this relationship a final no. Neither of you wants to say that, even though things have felt very stuck for a long time. Okay? Now, I'm getting a separate energy for those of you who there might be a third party situation. This is again the confirmation that you or your person or both of you have been feeling very stuck in that third party for a long time. But there's still a fear in terms of saying no to that third party and moving on from that third party. Okay? Because I feel like there's still a deep desire here for a fresh start. But what is that fresh start going to look like if somebody in the third party is afraid to say no to that person, is afraid to say, you know what, we're done. I have to move on. I can't be stuck in this anymore. I'm not happy. I don't want this anymore. Okay, so this is important. I think the truth between the two of you is that both of you want a fresh start, deeply. But there's definitely a fear. There's fear of failure, there's fear of moving forward, there's fear of saying no to the other person, but there's also fear of saying no between you. So there are a lot of fears here, a lot of stuck energy that needs to get worked out in order to be on the other side and have this fresh start. So if this resonates and you'd like to go deeper on what is going on in this situation, what this person is going to do, what can you do, what action can you take in this, then I recommend that you do the private reading with me. You can do live or video recorded. My reading menu is in the box below. And go ahead and ask, what is the question you have about this connection to Spirit? And this is your answer. Peaceful resolution. Okay, peaceful resolution. That's really beautiful. I'm hoping that that's what happens here in this situation for you. So if you'd like to order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading, this is the love, this is the business, money, and career. They're available with free shipping at a great price at Amazon. Make sure you go to my website and download your free ebook. Also, please do subscribe, give this video a like, turn on notifications so you don't miss any readings, and so you're notified of when I go live again, because I do live readings and I would love for you to join. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 2 that chose this crystal right here, as well as this deck right here, and Libra, Virgo, Pisces, and Leo. Let's see, what is the unspoken truth between you and your special person? So we're going to start here with your oracle cards. And then we will do your tarot. And then stay with me until the end. Because you will be able to ask Spirit, what is your most urgent question about this connection, and you will get an answer. So it's going to be Q&A with Spirit at the end. Enchanted Forest, mystery, magic, and excitement. Ooh. Wow, the unexpected. Karma, consequences, cause and effect, debts. Dove, take a leap of faith. Okay. This is very interesting energy coming through here between you and your person. So I feel that both of you are in, there's this energy of like being in an energy of like surprise, being an energy of being surprised by life. Okay, I feel like one or both of you did not expect this connection. One or both of you did not expect that this could turn into one of the most deepest relationships you've ever had in your life. I feel like for some of you, this person and you may have even started as either friends or co-workers or something a little bit more casual. Like it's not something that started right away as recognition, like, oh, you are the one, oh my gosh, who are you? I feel like for some of you, this started in some other way, and then it just became its own entity. Like it just took on a life of its own, where neither of you realized that there was something very, very deep between the two of you. It took time to realize that. And I think that there's been a lot of twists and turns. That's why I feel like that's the first card that we got, the mystery, magic, and excitement, because I feel like there was something very mysterious about this connection. Okay? As in, it was unexpected, it was a surprise, it built up from something else, or it came into your life out of nowhere. Like you were not expecting it, you were not looking for it, you didn't see it. And then it just became something so precious, so special, because it became unique. It's like, wait a second, how did this happen to us? Like just over time, we have grown so much closer. We've just grown closer and closer, even though we didn't plan to, even though we didn't expect to. I also feel for some of you, the reason why this relationship has deepened and deepened, because again, I feel like it's been an unexpected surprise that the relationship, like, see, look at these two figures, like the way you lean on each other, the way you've been there for each other, the way you support each other has again been something that has built up over time, because I do feel that this relationship has not been easy. There have been times where there are misunderstandings. There are times when maybe you communicate better than they do, or they communicate better than you do. And then you kind of miss each other. You're not on the same page. I feel like things have happened here that should have, and maybe with other couples, it would have ruined the relationship, or it would have ended the relationship. But in your case, it made the relationship stronger. Even if you've had separations, even if you've had silences, there's something here where it became so unexpected, because even difficult times did not break you up. Okay, difficult times did not end the relationship. And I think it has surprised both of you. Like, wait a second, we're still here. And I think you guys have realized that there's something deeper under that. Okay, there's a soul contract here. Okay, you have karma together. You have some sort of contract where you are in this lifetime resolving something that started long ago. And that's probably why the unspoken truth between the two of you is that you've become each other's emotional home. You feel emotionally at home with each other. And that has also come across as a surprise. Neither of you thought when you first met that you would ultimately become each other's emotional home. And I think that's part of the soul contract. So this has turned into something so much more deeper than either of you ever thought it would be. And you've surprised yourself and each other through every twist and turn, through every rupture or every conflict or every clash you've had. Every time you thought, oh no, this is over, it has not been over. It's actually made you come closer. So this is a really beautiful thing. And that's why I feel like now you guys are ready to take a leap of faith. There's something here about you have grown that faith with each other. You have over time a lot of faith in the power of the relationship. The relationship has become enduring. It has become durable. It has become strong, and it makes you both want to take a leap of faith to continue on to see where this can go. Let's go deeper. What else is going on in the unspoken truth? Five of Wands, the Tower, Hierophant, Ten of Cups, see, and Ace of Wands. Wow, that is so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so you see how we have the breaking of existing mindsets or understanding. See, to me, this is all a confirmation. How beautiful is this? This is confirming what we already saw here in the Oracle cards, because look at this. This central energy tells us that each of you came to this relationship with different mindsets, different backgrounds, even maybe different cultures, maybe even different spiritual or religious beliefs, you know, maybe different upbringings, a whole different history. You both may be very different in your approaches, in the way you grew up, in your mindset, in your way of looking at the world. So both of you came with a particular belief system. And I think you thought that your belief systems are very different. And you're like, well, you know, this could never become anything, like we're just too different. But I think over time, the power of the relationship destroyed in a good way, okay? Destroyed in a good way, that there's this sense of what is going on here. You know, even our differences in opinion, even our differences in mindset, even our differences in perspective, it's all different. And yet the tower came down, yet it didn't matter. It did not matter. So all the differences that you thought you had, came crumbling down. Isn't that amazing? And now you're both like, wow, okay, so those things didn't matter. Five of Wands, yeah, there was conflict, and there continues to be conflict. That's normal. I think you guys know, because Hierophant, because you have such different mindsets, sometimes different upbringings, different backgrounds. Yes, you know that there's going to be things that you don't agree on. There's going to be conflict. That's part of the process. But at the same time, Look how beautiful this tower brought down your assumptions that just because you guys are so different, you can't really love each other or this relationship isn't going to grow. But it has. 10 of Cups. It has brought both of you tremendous emotional satisfaction. It has brought you, even through the clashes, 5 of Wands, even through the conflicts, it has still overall brought you a lot of happiness, a lot of peace. It has brought you both a sense of like, you know what? You still really make me happy. And I think that's the unspoken truth here. Or maybe you guys should be speaking it. Maybe you have started to speak it. But I think both of you are realizing that the differences between you made you both, Ace of Wands, do things differently for each other in order to preserve this love. I feel like both of you maybe are not saying this truth. Both of you have realized that, yes, we are very different. We are not the same. Yes, we see things very differently. Yes, we disagree on a lot of things. But you inspire me to continue to grow, Ace of Wands, and to do things differently in order to preserve the happiness and the emotional home that we've created. I think both of you are coming to the point where you are willing to change, expand, grow for each other, to not just accept that, yeah, because we're so different, this isn't going anywhere. I think you both have realized, no, it has gone somewhere, and it has gotten stronger and stronger through the challenges, because ultimately underneath it all, there's a 10 of Cups. There's some sort of deep connection, emotionally, spiritually, soul contract that keeps inspiring both of you to shift and grow and continue to preserve the connection, not let it go or die when unexpected challenges happen or conflicts happen. Wow, this is so beautiful. So we're going to get 4 more cards here on the unspoken truth, and then you can ask your question to Spirit. Yeah, another tower. Wow. Divine timing. Receive. Wow. Alone. Okay, see? This is so interesting. So this is where I feel like, again, you guys have kind of destroyed for each other the assumption that this can never work. This is going nowhere. We're too different. We don't get along. We have certain problems. We have issues in life. Okay, some of you might even have great challenges in this connection, depending on, outside factors. Okay, some of you may even have outside issues here. You might have third-party situations. You might have finances. You might have geography, like different locations. But see, there's a timing to this relationship, and it has been slowly growing. This relationship, the unspoken truth is, whatever it has been, it has made each of you feel less alone in the world. And that's a beautiful thing. Again, to me, this is about, you have stopped making me feel alone in this world. You have become my emotional home. Isn't this so beautiful? And because of that, it's like you both absolutely want to receive this love. Now, if you're in a place where, yes, the emotions are there, the connection is there, you've worked through it, you've put your all into this, your blood, sweat, and tears into this, but there is something here around timing, like why isn't it fully coming together, or why is it not fully becoming what you want it to become, right? Some of you may be watching this reading because you know the love is there, the connection is there, you've endured, you've gone on, you've dealt with your differences, but still something is missing, something is not fully opening up to you. There's definitely some sort of a timing issue here. And this also tells me maybe there are certain other things in your lives that need to be walked away from in order for you to fully come together as well. Okay, so there might be an issue there in terms of, okay, how can I fully receive? I am receiving a lot, but if you feel like you're not receiving everything you want, then there is some sort of timing around this. So if that resonates and you'd like to go deeper, you want to know When is this timing going to resolve? What is the outcome? What action can you take next in this connection in terms of what you want? Then I recommend that you do a private reading with me. You could do the live or the video recorded. My reading menu is in the box below. So go ahead and ask your most urgent question to Spirit about this connection, and this is your answer. Yes. Wow, look at that. You got a yes/no answer. This is awesome. Beautiful. Okay, so if you'd like to order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading, this is the love, this is the business, money, and career. They're available with free shipping at a great price at Amazon. Make sure you go and get my free ebook that I wrote just for you. It's going to help bring you even more clarity on your situation. It's absolutely free. You can just download it. It's linked below. And make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because I'm encouraging everybody to come to the live readings. That's where you and I can have more personal time together, and it's been super fun. Lots of laughter, lots of chitty chatty, and then a reading as well. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. Group 3 that chose this crystal right here, as well as Gemini, Capricorn, Scorpio, and Taurus. Let's see, what is the unspoken truth between you and your person? And you chose this deck, but we are going to start with oracle cards. So what is the unspoken truth between you and your person? We'll start here, and then we will do your tarot after that. And stay with me until the end, because you will also be able to ask Spirit your most urgent question about this connection and get an answer. So yes, we will be ending with Spirit Q&A. Oh, thinking of you, a loving thought, serendipity. Wisdom. Stress, turbulence, tension, and arguments. Illusion. Ooh, embrace the truth. This is such a beautiful card. One of my favorites from this oracle deck. Illusion. Okay. What I find very interesting about the truth between you and this person is, look at how we have illusion and embracing the truth along with wisdom right here. And then in between wisdom and illusion is stress, tension, and arguments. Okay. So this is why I feel like one of the things that is very powerful between you and this person is that there is something about living your truth, speaking your truth, not being dishonest with yourself or the situation. There's something here around somebody, whether it's you, whether it's them, whether it's both of you, not living in truth. There's something here that is not in alignment. Okay, something is out of alignment. Either there's a third party involved. Okay, that is why people are not embracing the truth. They're not telling the truth of how they feel to the other person. They're not telling the other person, or you're not telling the other person how you feel about this person. Okay, there's something here about the truth is being hidden. Whether it's to protect other people, whether it's to protect children, whether it's to protect situations, family, whatever it is, something here has been wanting to come to light. There's a truth here that's been wanting to come to light, but it has been kept in darkness, okay? And the cost of that is emotional. What you've both been paying the cost of because of that is coming out as stress, tension, arguments, and turbulence, okay? Because this is what has been very, very difficult between the two of you. But yet, it seems like this stress is gently, slowly leading to some sort of wisdom. Both of you are learning, both of you are growing, both of you are understanding more and more about where you are currently, what you both want, where this might be going, or where you want to go. Okay. And I feel like that's why there's a lot of thinking energy. Okay. Thinking of you. You are both thinking of each other. There are definitely a lot of loving thoughts within that. There's definitely a lot of love. You're getting the sun's energy on this card. So there's a lot of warmth. There's a lot of light. There's a lot of love between you and this person. But it also can come with a lot of stress around where is this going, or how can the issues be worked out? How can you do it through wisdom and knowledge? Because you see how the more this person, it's like they're climbing closer through their knowledge. They're climbing closer to wisdom, to understanding of the bigger picture. See, this person is looking out towards the universe. So there is a bigger picture involved in this situation, in your connection with this person. So there's something bigger involved here, and whatever that bigger thing, whatever that bigger perspective, whether it's other people, whether it's, finances, whatever it is, has brought a lot of stress. And I think both of you are wanting to ease that stress. You're wanting to release that stress. You don't want to live like that anymore. But I think the truth is that that stress is going to continue until one or both of you is able to come out of whatever illusion, whatever kind of misalignment with the truth that is holding all of this tension in place. Okay? And I get the energy that one or both of you have already tried to solve this situation in every other way, except for what needs to actually be done. Because maybe what needs to be done to embrace the truth is something that is very difficult, or that is very difficult to make a final decision on. So one or both of you just keeps looking for other options, looking for other paths, but each of those paths has been leading to stress. It's not solving the problem. Wow, this is very interesting. Let's go deeper. What else is the unspoken truth between you and this person? What is the unspoken truth between this person? 8 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Yeah, see? Interesting. Page of Pentacles. Okay. So there's definitely, we're definitely getting multiple energies, multiple people coming through here. Okay. That's why I'm saying that there's something here that is a truth that needs to be embraced, but it's a truth that has been put off when it should have been addressed. Okay. The reason for this, maybe for both of you, 2 of Pentacles, is because if this truth was actually addressed, if the truth was actually admitted to, there are certain decisions that would need to be made, and that have to do with Pentacles energy. So that has to do with everyday real life decisions. Does somebody need to move? Does somebody need to divorce? Does somebody need to deal with their family differently? Does somebody need to deal with their job differently? Does somebody need to, speak up in places they're not speaking up? So there's a lot of juggling energy. There's a lot of, if we face the truth, we're going to have a lot of choices that are difficult that need to be made. Tough choices ahead. Okay. But the energy towards that change, 8 of Wands, is advancing. So there's an energy here around outcome that is accelerating. Okay, this is like faster moving energy, faster towards an outcome. If this is a long distance relationship, this is also the energy of travel. So somebody wants to travel towards you, or you want to travel towards each other to see each other in person. Okay, we're getting two divine feminine energies, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Okay, this is a general reading, so it's up to you to figure out who is this in your life or in your person's life. Okay, this could be anybody from mother, maternal figure, current spouse, partner, girlfriend, live-in person, what, ex-wife, ex whatever. But there are multiple energies here. Okay, one of these could be you, one of these could be somebody else. But there is definitely a sense of, I have loyalties that are divided. Okay, what do you do when the loyalties are divided, or other people in your life, perhaps family members, perhaps third parties, are wanting things from you, right? They have certain expectations from you or your person. Okay, we also have children energy coming through here, so this may also have to do with custody, or kids of any age from a different relationship. That might also be a truth that somebody does not want to embrace. Okay, something about a child, like I said, it could be any age, it could even be an adult. But there is something here about, we're just getting a lot of other people, okay, third party energies. And like I said, that doesn't have to be romantic. That can be, children that are making it difficult. That can be exes that are making it difficult. That can be a parent that's making it difficult, a family member. So somebody here needs to embrace whatever is the truth about this, okay? Somebody here needs to embrace whatever is the truth. And until that truth is embraced, that's the unspoken truth. Until it is addressed, it is going to continue to cause this kind of stress and tension and turbulence. Okay, we're going to get 4 more cards. We're going to get 4 more cards on what is the unspoken truth. And then we'll get to your question for Spirit. Healing. Transformation. Inner child. Okay, so we're getting child again. And we're getting observe. Okay. So the other energy that I'm also getting here is, this could be specifically somebody's child, yours, theirs, both of yours, or it can also just be the immaturity within yourselves. Like there's something here about your inner child, their inner child, as well as like how that comes out in the way decisions are made. Maybe one part of the stress, tension, or arguments is also that when these kinds of important discussions come up, one or both of you may kind of default to being immature about it. Like the maturity may not be there. There's something around, and it's interesting because we're getting wisdom, and that's why we're seeing this. It's like we're trying to come from a more immature place to a more wise and mature place. Like there's a transformation that's going on there, and that's why we're getting this energy. So this is really beautiful. I feel like over time, part of the hidden truth here is that both of you or one of you or whatever may need to have a breakthrough and a transformation when it comes to how maturely and how wisely you handle conflict, tension, arguments in this relationship, and that might change everything. There's also like observing yourselves, observing your own behavior, watching your own behavior, seeing if it comes into places where you are creating tension, problems, or stress where they don't have to be, where you're creating conflict because of there's something within you that has to be satisfied. Okay, so this is really important. This is very, very healing. Exactly. I feel like both of you, as you are working out whatever this greater situation is, within that, you are also healing. At least there's a sense of like, okay, let's heal the places that are difficult for us. There are things that do need to be changed, that do need to be transformed. We do need a breakthrough in how we handle this. Okay, but I feel like it always comes back, and it's interesting that the name of this reading is what is the unspoken truth between the two of you, and here is the absolute literal meaning of that, right? What needs to come to light? And I think it's this. It's you guys are both always just kind of dancing around the main issue because you're afraid that if you actually try to hit it head on, it's going to either break you or it's going to cause too much stress, too many arguments, and it may break the relationship. Okay? But it's going to be important to actually come to that truth because there is healing and transformation there. It doesn't have to come to a separation or an ending, which is what you or both of you may be afraid of. Okay, so if that resonates and you would like to go deeper and find out exactly where this is going, what actions you can take next, then I recommend that you do a private reading with me, either live or video recorded. My reading menu is in the box below. Okay, so go ahead and ask what is your most pressing question about this relationship, and here's your answer. Perfect timing. Okay, perfect timing. Okay, so if you'd like to order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading, this is the Business, Money, and Career. This is the Love. They are available, great price, free shipping at Amazon. Links are below. Make sure you go to my website homepage, livetarot.com. It's also linked below, and get your free ebook that I wrote just for you. All you have to do is go there and download it. And please do make sure to turn on notifications, subscribe, and like, because I'm encouraging everybody to come attend live readings with me, especially if you like being part of a family and you like chit-chatting, you like talking, you know, where you and I can talk personally. That's a great place for us to connect. And we do tarot on top of that, okay? And sometimes I don't just announce it, I just go live. And if you have notifications on, you'll get the notification and you can just go ahead and click and join in, okay? Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one.